guys. Okay. So, making another video. Here's my house. Welcome to my home. Last night was the hotel. I think I spent 2 or 3 nights. I spent 3 nights at the hotel. So I gotta do at least 2 out here. I'm trying to save money. Probably shouldn't be staying in a hotel. I don't give a fuck. I'm glad I have the money to be in the hotel. Thank you, Father. I'm gonna tell you a little story. They're all gonna be stories. Okay, which one do we tell? Which one do we tell? Because there's so many. Something important, maybe. Let me think. You know what bothered me a lot about running into Frank? If you've been nothing but good to me, you've been nothing but a dedicated, stand-up-for-me kind of friend, okay? And, you didn't tell Lane that shit, and you didn't tell Doug that shit, right? And, I just don't understand why you wouldn't want to talk to your friend, if I'm your friend and you haven't done anything to me, why you couldn't look me in the eye and fucking talk to me. It just doesn't make any sense. I've never done anything to you, that's for sure. That's for sure. You can ask everybody. I am very bothered that everybody is still sticking. Well, not everybody. The fact that I have them on tape and stuff, you know what I mean? And then they double down like something is going to save them at some point. No, nothing's saving you. Do you want me to tell you why nothing is going to save you? Who do you think is on my side? That's why you're not going to get saved. Lady going by. Anyway. What did I want to tell? I need to tell a story here. And there was a point to this. There was. I just don't... Too many things going through my mind. How about when I got back? We're going to tell my birthday hunting story. That's the story we're going to tell today. I have been dating Frank at this point for, 3 years at this point. 3.5. 3.5. This is the beginning of the end. Now, mind you, every birthday, every anything that he had to purchase something for me for, okay, was never anything that could be personal. Always some bullshit like slippers and a fucking, like, pack of cigarette. Like, it was always the same shit. Like, you put no fucking thought into anything you were doing for me. I, on the other hand, I'm pretty cool. So, 70th birthday, right? The first day on the 9th, or not the 9th, the 12th, because that was the day that we slept together. I gave him his birthday present. It's a beautiful gold watch. I spent a couple bucks on it. It wasn't that much, but it was a couple $100. A nice watch. This asshole told people he bought it, or somebody else bought it for him. Liza Minnelli. So 70th birthday watch. 71st birthday? Bitch. At this point, I understand that this man, he had been law enforcement for like his whole life, like 30-some years. Got caught up in some shit because he's the criminal, not me. Caught a felony. A felony. Which means what? Can't carry a weapon. I don't think you can boat. You know what I mean? You can't go hunting. Your life's pretty fucked. Now, mind you, this happened in his later years of life that he had this felony. I think it was from the wife he was dating, Marion. Maybe that's that same person that puts you down all the time. Could be. Maybe dragging you down the wrong fucking road of life. Anyway. So he catches a felony. For what? I'm sure it was monetary in nature. So I find out about this. He tells me about it. You know what I mean? Because when he told me about it, was within that 4 weeks that we were getting close. You know, so there wasn't really any secrets. There wasn't any I mean, I'm not going to hurt you. And he knew it then. Anyway, Melanie. Of course he didn't accept complete blame of what had happened for it. But he did accept that he was in charge. Good for you. That was the right thing to do. It was. Now, mind you, nobody at work knows this, all right? And he's big man. Always telling a fucking story. Always saying some bullshit. Like, anytime, like, a real law enforcement job position came open, you know, the manager was begging him to take it, but he didn't want that. He'd done that enough, right? So, he couldn't, because he couldn't carry a weapon. Told everybody, you know, different shit, though. '71st birthday. What does Emily do? Well, she loves him, so she's gonna try to do everything she can to, like, you know, fuck, I'm about to write the president. Alright? Because nothing is impossible for me. Nothing. If I want it, I'm gonna get it. I can guarantee you. So start looking shit up. Lo and behold, right? If you're over 70 years old, and it's been more than 10 years since your crime, and you've kept your nose clean, you can petition to have it expunged. It's like it never happened. What's Emmy do? She gets that paperwork. She buys him a pistol. Beautiful pistol. Mm-hmm. She gives him his name back. Now, you fucking tell me a better present than that, getting your name back. Because you know what? I was arrested once. I wasn't convicted because they withdrew the charges because it wasn't me. But I was arrested once. So my name always popped up on some bullshit that didn't belong on there. Because that's not me. So I understood what it felt like to not have your name. I give him his name back. That's a pretty big fucking gift. Not that I wanted thank yous for the rest of my life or anything, but it was a nice gift. You know what I mean? It's not fucking slippers and a pack of cigarettes. And, like, disgusting, ugly shit. Let's be real. Alright? Any way to make me feel bad about what I was receiving. Just enough so that if I complained, I was just a greedy little bitch that didn't appreciate anything. You are sick fucks. Anyway, get him his name back, get him his gun, he can vote, like the whole dick, right? Yeah. Here I am thinking I'm special. Yeah, you're special, bitch. So, squatting a little bit. Back. Fast forward. I'm going to tell you this. This is just like a cutoff in between story. This is going to happen a lot. So, it was after that, and it was probably the end of 24. And at 24, 23, I can't remember. But anyway, we are up at a cabin, and I am smoking a cigarette. You can't smoke in the vehicle, so, you know, we're standing outside, we're talking. And he says to me, yeah, it was 23. He says to me, yeah, I told Dougie and them, you know, I'd get them because he was pretending that he had a weapons fucking, like, sale thing. Like, he could sell weapons, like he was an authorized kind of fucking dealer or something, okay? But I only do that for, like, family, he says to me. And I said, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah, and he says about the whatever, he's, you know, I have a license to sell whatever it is, okay? and I'm like, when did you get that? And he's, oh, I've had it for my whole life. I was a policeman. And I'm like, you couldn't have. I did. No, you couldn't have, because I'm the one that gave you your fucking name back for your birthday. Like, you couldn't own a weapon, let alone sell one. I don't have to tell you, I did. And at this point, I'm pissed off, okay? Because, like, now you're fucking, like, bro, what? So I says to him, I says to him, we can Google it when we go back down there. That's bullshit. How the fuck are you going to sell something when you aren't even legally allowed to own something? You can't. It's bullshit. And he gets huffy with me, right? I think that's the first time I really pissed him off, because I wouldn't go with the narcissistic fucking, I'm gonna lie to you, and I'm gonna need you to fucking go with the lie. I had been fucking covering for this asshole the whole time up until this point. He would do shit, lie and say he had no idea how it happened. I would then, because, I'm thinking clearly, I'm like, well, somebody did it. And if I don't say I did it, he's going to look like the liar. And I don't want him to look like a liar at this point, because I'm thinking he's just embellishing because of his age and the way he feels about me. Maybe he feels a little intimidated. I don't know, right? But I'm trying to make fucking reasoning in my fucking brain, because this doesn't make any sense to me. So I never tell Doug anyway I never tell anybody anything about him and the bullshit that he does, like the strawberries down the fucking sink. Calls me. Hey, when you come down, because it's my day off, but he's calling me fucking down. There's fresh strawberries here. Georgie brought them. And I said, oh, well, I'll get strawberry shortcake or something, and we'll have strawberry shortcake and, whip up my own whipped cream. Was there anything I can do to help you out? And I'm like, well, why don't you cut them strawberries up and put some sugar on them? That way they're sugared by the time I get there. I don't think he really wanted the help. Because he took him into the bathroom. He took him into the bathroom, and he stuffed the ends down the fucking sink. Clogged the sink. Clogged it. So anyway, I'm there, and I get special shortcake. Not the fucking bullshit package of shit, and I make fresh whipped cream. I mean, this bullshit is good. And I take a lot of pride in what I do. And who I do it for. So we're there, and of course, the fucking third wheel is always up ass. And her fucking dad is there, too. No big deal, the hostess with the mostess, and I've definitely brought enough for everybody. So I make the first one, and I make it big and nice, because the first piece is for Frank. He's my partner, so I am going to serve him, because he's the man. So he feels like, like he's the head of what we're doing, because I'm preparing it, and he's my partner, right? So, he should have the biggest, the most, and first. And everybody's talking or whatever. And so I'm like, well, I'm making yours right now, Frankie. And he's like, well, we'll give it to you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, no, this one's for you, and I will get Lynn's. And I hand him his fucking shortcake, and this asshole, he gives it to the other dude. I didn't know at the time he was fucking her, and maybe her dad. I don't know. And he did that on purpose, right, to see me get upset. And I did get upset, because I had already told you, right? And then you're hurting my feelings. Like, you call me down there to do this shit just to fuck with me with your girlfriend around. No, you're a whore. I'm your girlfriend, fucker. You're a whore. Oh, gosh, I'm gonna get... I have some special for you. Shortcake. Always put me under. Always. Oh, strawberries down the sink. Monday comes, or Wednesday. I don't know when the day was. Because it was the weekend when we had the strawberry shortcake. And Michael was there. Maintenance supervisor. Who already has a problem with me, and I don't know why. I mean, he is hammering me, stealing my shit, you name it. I mean, he is hard. He is coming after me, and I don't understand it. I've been complaining to my manager. There is, somebody needs to help me at this point, because it's been going on so long. And I find out that my manager says to this guy, the maintenance supervisor, that when he comes, he needs to watch me. You're asking an employee to fucking watch me. Why? And somebody that's hammering me hard, that is not altogether there. You know he has issues. There's a whole bunch of shit with that whole fucking thing too, and don't you think I'm not going to talk about it? Just not this story time, Jesse. Strawberries. So I'm on the phone with Brent, because he calls me every fucking morning. And he calls me to make me come in early because, you know, he's got to go over there and tell them I'm fucking stalking him and shit. What a dick. You fucking asshole. Strawberries down the sink. So I guess Michael had popped him about it. Like there was a clog in the sink. And he tore it apart and there were strawberries in it. And Frank said, oh, I don't know anything about it. Or at least that's what Frank told me. He probably told him I did it. Although it was Frank. So when I get there, I think Frank was off. So it might have been, I was off Monday, Tuesday, I was coming back Wednesday. So Frank would have been there Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, that's how it went. So Wednesday when I get there, of course they, you know, I'm sure they all have it planned out that I'm going to say, you know, I don't know anything about it. You know, and then they're going to bust me on the fucking, you know, well, didn't you have strawberry shortcake? You know, just a mess. First off, I do know something about it. I'm 40 fucking something years old at this point. I am a grown woman and I had children that I raised. I absolutely know something about it. We're not going to go there, okay? However, I'm going to eat that fucking blame for Frank. Like I do with a lot of other things after this. So, you know, I tell Michael, I said that I had been rinsing them and they fell into the sink and that some of them went down the drain. And I'm sorry, it wasn't on purpose, I promise. Like I wasn't nefarious about it. I use that word a lot, yes. It wasn't intentional and I apologize. Well, that was supposed to be a whole big deal because people were watching. Jesse was watching from inside. I remember. Like, I can remember everything now. Like, how everybody was and, like, the watching and shit to see how it went down. Bitch, you have been part of this for a very long... You might have been the start of it. I don't know. And this is all over her boyfriend hitting on me. Before me and well, no, it was right at the beginning. It was like the first fucking week me and Frank start messing around. Her boyfriend is around, but she doesn't say that is her boyfriend. However, he had naked pictures on his phone that he was showing everybody over at Shawnee prior to me starting, because Frank's the one that spread the rumor around over it fucking everywhere. If you tell Frank, it's gone. Everybody knows. He's the guy that says, nobody else knows about this, and if you say that I said it, I'll swear on a stack of Bibles. You'll laugh. You watch me. I'll be on the stand. You'll laugh. Don't laugh because you're going to see it. I'm going to lie straight through my teeth. You can't lie if I watched you. Still don't want to have that conversation with me, asshole? Still don't think you owe me an apology? Anyway, guys. Thanks. Anyway, so we take that ass licking. Apologize for it. Now, mind you, that's the whole thing. He does stuff, he'll lie about it. And then for me, I feel responsible for him because he's my partner in work. And I thought, you know, like in life. No. And he kind of had me over a barrel because I was in love with him. That was the point, though. I think. I don't know. I mean, at that point, yes, definitely. You know what really messes me up? Is that I was complaining to my boyfriend about this man sexually harassing me and how I didn't like it. And he was probably the reason he did it. I was being sexually harassed because of you. And you were supposed to be my boyfriend. Boy, I bet you feel like a fucking little asshole. No, you probably don't, honestly. No, it probably doesn't bother you at all. You're heartless. You're a heartless coward fucking bastard. Take me to court. I can prove it. Heartless? Oh yeah, leaving me cry like this and like drowning in some kind of complex PTSD shit that you've been doing to me. That's heartless. Right? Bastard? Oh fuck yeah, you are. Anybody that knows you'd say it. Coward? That's provable. Anybody that knows you. After this, they know you're a coward. Oh my god. Do you remember that day we were out? It was like the last fucking year we were there. Fucking Dougie and me and Dougie are outside, and I'm like, yep. And they appreciate him loyalty is Frank here. He looked at me like, are you nuts, woman? And I didn't, like at the time I'm thinking, well, of course, he's sticking up for me too. Like we're thick as stage, peach and carriage. And he looked at me like, bitch, wake up. I didn't see it though. I didn't see it. I didn't know. Not like that. I did not know like that. No. I knew he pulled away from me. I knew he was fucking around. And I knew who with all the time. I didn't know like the length it went to. Alright? I thought he was just like having I don't know, like a midlife crisis at 75. 70, whatever. No wonder the looks I got from certain people at times. Now I know what they were thinking. I could see it. No wonder you don't want to talk to me. You can't. Fucking me. I cannot believe you. I mean, you were always a chronic disappointment, but not like this. I said that to hurt you. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry I said it. You weren't a chronic disappointment. I'm just hurt, and I want to lash out because you won't even have a conversation with me. You are still trying to make me feel worthless. Like I'm not even worth a 2-minute conversation to say, you know what, you didn't deserve that, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. And if I would have known the truth, I wouldn't have done it to you. No. See, again, heartless. Hunting story. Here we go. Past the strawberries. We're getting 22 minutes in. We're not going to get going. You're going to want to stay for this story. It's 2023. We're off work. Mind you, there are legalities going on here for some other shit, okay, that I can't talk about. I can go around it, but... So, there was an article coming out in the newspaper that morning. What? Let me back up. It's my birthday. It is my birthday. It's my 45th birthday. Huh. Yeah, it's my 45th birthday. I hadn't seen Frank since we had went off, which was a really long time. It was the first time that we had a span of time between us that was like more than 2 days. Because I was so tired of his abuse. Like, I knew he was abusing me. I just didn't know, like... I didn't know it was like this. Like, I thought it was just, like... He was fucked up on his own, kind of, like, abusing me. Because of, like, past trauma. You know what I mean? That narcissism kind of thing. I thought that. No, I was wrong. I didn't find out till years later. So... it's either the day of my birthday, the day before, something like that, right? And Frank shows up. I see him walking past, and there is a package outside. So I go outside, and I don't want to see him because I look like shit right now, right? My hair pulled up in a bun, and, you know, I didn't shower yet. And so I go outside, and I said, you know, hey, thank you, you know what I mean? And he walks over with the, hey, Emma, you know, doing his thing to pull me back in like he always did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I tried breaking up with him so many times. I would tell him, I'm not getting, like, you're hurting me. You're hurting me. Because this was his favorite. He would love to, like hold me by my waist, right? Kiss me, and then say, I would never hurt you or Treese. You know, now I'm like, is Treese okay? Like, a lot of the things he said to me, like, he would say, like, he never could tell me he loved me on my own. That was part of the humiliation and shit, like, to drive me crazy. Now, at first, when we first started dating, absolutely. He would leave me notes. He loved me more than apple pie. And I made some good apple pie. Motherfucker. Boy, did I love you, you fucker bastard. And, so he would tell me, he'd say, I love you and I love trees. Just to drive me crazy. Never could just tell me. And I even said that. Like, why do you do that? Like, that hurts me. I actually said, that hurts me. Could you not do that? And he kept doing it anyway. So, I mean, plenty of reasons, right? So I would break up with him, like, all the fucking time. Like, just leave me alone. Leave me alone. And I would just start talking to some other guy. And this motherfucker would show up on scene, like, just right on time. Just when I'm about to heal. Just when I'm about to get over this cocksucker. Well, no wonder. We had fucking Rose and Kay calling him. Time to come in. She's on the phone with some guy and it seems pretty serious. Bastards. Birthday. Package. Slippers. Pack of cigarettes. A worthless card that doesn't say anything. Oh, and that's another thing. Like, after they got involved, I didn't get anything, like, personal, like, card-wise. Like, I used to get cards like, you're the love of my life. So glad I met you. You've made, you know, all that good stuff. All the stuff that makes you fall in love. I hope that wasn't your purpose. I really hope they got to you after. I hope for your sake. And, so, like, you know, some worthless card about how, you know, it probably wasn't even like you're a good friend. I'll just be really honest. At this point, he's a dog. He's been sticking his wiener in everything. Because they've been telling him to. I will never make this mistake again. I will never have people in my life. Never. My kids. Jeez. I'm telling you what. If there's a disappointment. Anyway. Birthday. I thank him for the present. Tell him he shouldn't have. Because he shouldn't have. Because I probably threw the junk away because he was pissing me off at that point. I didn't want anything to do with him anymore. Everybody knew it too in my family. Hence, the hunting trip. So at this point, I've known Frank for like, I don't know, 6 years, 5-6 years, right? 3 of them we've been in a toxic on and off relationship that's been very heavy. Very emotional, very abusive. And, he used to live out here. He used to live like, I don't know, 5 minutes away from me. He moved, though. He went and lived by his son. Ow. Teresa hates him. He tells me that one day. He's like, yeah, she hates him. She should be right too. And I'm like, Frank, it's never okay to hate your kids. Like, never. There's never a good reason. Like, my kids I'm pissed off about, but I don't hate them. They're my kids. What do you mean? So, you know, the thought of the one child being gone completely in heaven and then the other one you hate, boy, that's really ripping a thing in between you, isn't it? Wouldn't you want to, like, bring a family together? Not if if you're beating them down. Not if you're the one wearing the pants. Anyway. You should have had that conversation with me. I'm really telling you. So he says to me, I mean, just like completely, we go from thank you, you shouldn't have, to, hey, Emma, do you think I could go out hunting here this weekend? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't care. Oh, good, okay. Should I come out Saturday? Yeah, I don't care. You can do whatever you want. I don't mind. Go ahead. So, Saturday he comes, and, the article came out that day in the paper. And, we're having coffee. I won't invite him in my home. So we're having coffee on the, tailgate of his truck. He brought the paper. And I see 2 people. I have lived at this home and on this property for more than 35 years. All right? In 35 years, I have never, and I'm going to tell you why I have never seen people cross the beginning of my backyard to go hunting. And these are hunters, they're dressed. I can see them. It's still dark out, so they have lights. And where they're walking, I had just been down there day fucking before. I'm down where they are. My cats followed me down there. And you can't get through it because it is so entangled with those jaggery bushes and stuff and rocks that it's almost impossible to pass through. That's how much of an impasse it is. So had it been somebody that actually had, like, walked the property line, knew where their spot was, that kind of thing, would have known that wasn't the way to walk. Correct? Correct. So they were just on scene crossing over. And I see these people, and I back the fuck up because my house is there. So if I'm, like, here, you can't see me, right? From down there. And I says, oh my God, there's fucking, Frank, I said, I think they're, like, that's so-and-so. And he goes, no, those are just shiners. And I said, Frank, I've lived here for over 30 years. Nobody's ever crossed my property down there. Oh, it's probably nothing, Emma. Okay, sure. So we have coffee. And, I send him off. Bye-bye. And the way he walks out and then down, wouldn't be the easiest route. Let me tell you that. So I leave. I don't know where the hell I went, but I left or something, you know. And then I come back. He was gone or something. I don't know. But anyway, Sunday is the next day, and he's coming Sunday too. I don't think you're allowed to hunt on Sunday. That's what he wants. Stupid old Emmy won't find it. So I tell him, I said, you know, I'll walk you down. There's a pathway. I said, and I'll leave you off down at my pet cemetery because down below, there's a pathway, and it takes you down to a pet cemetery that I made, right, and consecrated the ground with holy water and prayer. So my animals would go to heaven with me. Not that they'd go to heaven because, you know what I mean. It's good to have consecrated ground. It's good ground to dedicate to the Lord for transition and shit. Anyway, it's the next day. You know what? It might have been Sunday's paper. So Saturday might have went a little weird. And anyway, this is what happened. These events definitely happened, and they happened either that day or the day after. Anyway, so I'm walking him down. And I'm telling you, I looked gorgeous. I had my new jean jacket coat with this fur. And my beautiful blonde hair. I mean, and he was coming, and I was still giggy for him, dude. So, of course, I looked good, you know? Trying to look my best. So I walk him down. And I tell him, you know, you could head down that way or that way, but there's no more rocks, so you'll be all right. And he comes very close to me. He looks me deep in my bucking eyes. I mean deep into my eyes, like he's looking at my soul. And he takes his finger and he goes, and he runs it down the thing on my nose. He smiles at me. And of course I gleam like a fucking, fresh golden coin that just got rubbed, you know, shined. God, am I dumb? I don't think I'm dumb. I just think I'm vulnerable, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think you taking advantage of it was really bad, but I don't think me being vulnerable was bad. I was supposed to be. You were supposed to be my partner. I was sleeping with you. I was loving you. You weren't supposed to be doing that to me. And the fact that you were, I thought was because of, like, you had trauma. And I was trying to help you heal from it because I'm an empath. So that's what we do. You know, we feel your pain and we're tormented by it. So we want to help you because there's no reason to feel that way in life over anything. You can take any feeling and you can transmute it and turn it into something else. You can. It's energy. Anyway, so he touches my nose. And I'm cleaning like a gold coin. And I said, I'll see you later, brother. Good luck. A little while later, Frank comes up pissed off. I mean, he is motherfucking pissed. My phone starts ringing inside and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's relentless, the phone ringing. I'm outside with Frank. I don't want him to come in, so I'm not going back in for the phone. All right? And he's like, who the hell's your neighbor down there? I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I don't know. Some guy said he was your neighbor, and he approached me down there asking me who I was and stuff. And I said I had permission to be here. Which was odd to begin with. And I thought, and I told him, I said, well, that was probably just Sam. You know? Like, we look out for each other up here on this mountain. At least you're supposed to, cocksucker. Anyway. I'm like, probably just Sam, don't worry about it. If he says anything, don't worry about it. You're on my property, don't worry about it. You're either on mine or Kay's, don't worry about it. That was that. So he leaves. And I get the phone because it's been ringing off the fucking hook. It's my sister. And she's like, who the hell is down there? And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, Frank, why? I don't know. All I saw was a gun pointed on my sister, and I got a really bad feeling. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, no, he was hunting. So I settle her down. He leaves, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward to, I have an awakening, right? Now, during my awakening, so now I this is going to fuck up the whole thing. You're all going to think I'm crazy at this point, but now I can see things, all right? I get downloads, like visions, and it's communication, but it's not, I don't know, I can't describe it. Anyway, it's communication. It's almost like a whole conversation already there. You're open to it, right? With the vision, with the picture or the video, okay? So I have this fucking vision, right? And God says to me, he's your Judas, and he shows me him touching my fucking nose. You know what else he showed me? He showed me him pulling that gun up on me while I was walking away. And he showed me Sam saying, hey buddy, what are you doing? And Frank dropping that gun down. Oh, nothing. No, I was just checking the sights and hence why he's so fucking mad. So Sam saw him. I'm sure of it. But there's obviously another side to the coin because we're dealing with fucked up people. So during this vision, the Lord says to me, I'll smite that son of a bitch. What do you want me to do? And I'm crying, right? And I'm like, no, forgive him. Whatever, just forgive him because I need forgiveness someday and I know better. Right? I don't know why. At this point, I don't know that my family has been paying him to mindfuck me and romance scam me into breaking my heart. I don't know this at this point. I'm telling my family the whole entire time about everything that's going on, right? So anyway, after I have this vision, and like another thing happened to me too, was that, you know, and people are going to be like, oh, you were on drugs. No, I wasn't. I was not on drugs at that point. I haven't even like, no party recreational anything at that point, okay? It just wasn't. And, so what was happening, like physically, was, it was very overpowering. It was this energy within me, okay? And I'm gonna look crazy fucking saying this. I don't care. Fuck yous. My heart was pounding so fast in my chest. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. Like, it was it didn't hurt, but it was pounding. I have never felt so much energy in my life that wasn't having a negative effect on me physically. You know what I mean? So that happened. Oh, my back. So I didn't have the vision and the awakening until the year prior, or the year later. Okay, so this happened in 23, the hunting thing that I just blew off because I didn't have any idea about it. I didn't know anything about it. And then it was 24. It was January 24th of 2024 that I had the awakening, and he told me this. God told me that, Frank was my Judas, and he showed me it. He also told me that he was trying to steal my money. And that he was going to kill himself. There were 3 different visions. Not at the same time. And what I was told was that the shame from what he had done was going to overwhelm him, and he had a spirit of suicide on him. So he showed me him using the gun that I got him for his birthday. Wouldn't that be something if I got him the gun and I made it possible for him to blow his head off? Wouldn't that be a son of a bitch? Wouldn't that make me feel like shit? Wouldn't that take me out for the rest of my life? Anyway, he tells me that. So the 3rd vision. The 3rd vision of him killing himself, because these are like apart. Because the 1st vision, where he tells me I'm his Judas, I can feel the Holy Spirit within me, making my heart race, my body make. I think I could have shot up in the air. So anyway, the next day, I'm like, man, I must have had a psychotic break or something. Like, stress must be getting to me. So I go to the hospital because I'm trying to find a physical, this world kind of reason for why everything was like that happened. I'm looking for something to explain it to me. I am. Because God doesn't speak to people, bro. I mean, I follow him and I'm righteous. Trust me, I love him. But he doesn't talk to people. He doesn't talk to emotions like Moses and shit. Bullshit. He talks to people. He talks to all of us. We ain't hearing him, and there's a reason why. I'll get to that later. Anyway, I pray. I've never fought with God. I fought with God over him killing himself and removing that spirit of suicide on him. Oh, yeah, man. I fought with the Lord. Now, all this time later, I would never fight with him about anything. Then, we only had 3 conversations as far as I was concerned, and you weren't taking bank. So, I pray. I pray. And I'm like, no, don't you dare. You know what I mean? Most importantly, I just don't want this man to kill himself. And my reality is that eventually, at some point, he will be shamed to a place where he will. So I wait for him to call me that day, and he does. It might have been the day later or something. And I ask him, I'm like, can you come out here? And he's like, rah, rah. And I'm like, listen, our entire relationship, never asked you for a single thing, and I didn't. Never anything. I've never asked him for anything. Not a thing. Not $1. Nothing. Nothing. To be there for me, to nothing. Nothing. I never asked him for a fucking thing. And I said, I've never asked you for a single fucking thing. I need you to come here. Okay, I'm on my way, he says. He comes out, and I had blessed the room and did some holy work in that sucker. He comes. I tell him to sit down. And I said, I know about you wanting to steal my money. And his face changes. And I says, I think you got something very, very black on you, Frank. I said, do you want it gone? And he was like, yeah, I do. He admits to stealing, wanting to steal my money and all that. He doesn't know how I know, but I know. And I said, I know. And then I start telling him about how I knew things. And it scared him. And all I could think about is if he walks out this door, I may see him again. More importantly, he'll burn in hell. More importantly, he'll burn in hell. Forget me, forget everything, right? He'll burn in hell. And we cannot have that. So, we're sitting on the bed, so I just turn to him and I grab him, And I said, I'm not letting you go until you tell me you're not going to kill yourself. And he won't answer me, bro. And then I grab him. So I grab him, right? He's still sitting, and I'm like, "You tell me you love me," right? And like the look on his face, I don't know who the fuck this is in front of me. He's wearing Frank's skin, but that's not Frank. Where is he? Oh, God, my back. My mother comes out. You're having a nervous breakdown. Yeah, my bitch. So everybody wants Frank out of the house, but Emmy's standing in front of the door. You could have had an army. Nobody was moving me. Nobody's moving me, bitch. And I said, I'll move out of the way and let Frank out as soon as he tells me he won't kill himself. All right? He still won't. So what is the problem here? Why won't he just say it? So I get up in his fucking face. All right? And because there's different talk going on there, but it's kind of a. It's probably at a level, I don't know, 60. So it's up there, but it's not anything unhandleable. I get up in his face and I said, I swear to God, if you kill yourself, I'll kill myself too, right? Because I wanted a reaction. I wanted, And I swear to you, blank-faced, he goes, she has a gun over there. And I'm standing in front of the door, like, people are going crazy. You know what I mean? And I'm like, are you going to kill yourself? And he fucking shouts out, no! Fucking scared me, bro. Move out of the way. Open up the door. Have a nice day. Because the room was blessed, so he couldn't lie. And once that spirit was off of him, it was off of him. And I was okay with it. So he leaves. I don't see him again until I go back to work. That's the first time that ever happened. Where was my friend? If I was nuts, wouldn't you have checked on me? Wouldn't you have worried about me? No, because you know it was true because you admitted to the money. It was after that I got the evidence. God showed me where it was. I found it. Here, his wife was the Google account owner. She was my Google account. She was the fucking administrative account owner. Verizon couldn't do anything for me. My banking, my IRS, everything was on there. They kept trying to go into my bank account. And they went into my IRS because the IRS contacted me and said somebody fraudulently was getting into your account, blah, 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 blah. We need to do like a physical fucking like reset, shit like that, right? Yeah. No, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I even screenshotted her phone number and shit and posted it on my Facebook saying, bitch, if you don't get the fuck out of my account, something bad's gonna happen. Why is her phone number and her fucking... Why is she the account owner? Fucking pricks. You greedy fucker. Coward. Yeah, I can prove it. Play the video. So when we get back to work, I show Frank. I'm like, so like, what the fuck? In his eyes, he's like... I don't know. I wouldn't know how to do something like that, Emma. Okay, yeah, I do believe that, but I believe also you know people who can. How long has this been going on? You know what I mean? He doesn't answer me. He hates being confronted because he cannot talk about anything. And this is why he talks about everybody behind their back, because he can't confront anybody. Tell the truth. Fuck you. No, he can't stand the truth. He couldn't look at it. He can't look at it. It's too hard. It shows him what a bastard he is. That a gift given to him by God, he took. He abused. Threw it away and took a shit on it. God's mad at you. You know he sent me. You asked for me, like, specific, like, you, this, and this. And if you know what? I'm mad at my first wife. Bam! You know what? I'm mad at this wife. Bam! You know what? I'm mad at this girlfriend. Bam! You know what? I'm mad at your mom and your sister. Bam! Oh, you're a beautiful earth angel that has been loving me and doing everything for me? Don't you dare love me. Fine, asshole. You should have just said that. No, fuck you. I tried getting away from you, motherfucker. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, guys. There's going to be plenty more. So tune in. Everybody from work, wait till... Oh, the stories I have... Guys... The stories I have, we're about to fucking relive them. And you're going to be there, too. Later, guys.